from his studios in New York, it's time for Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, where sports meets life. Here's your host, Dan Tortora.
Welcome here to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora on wakeupcalldt.com, your one-stop sports shop. Make sure you listen in to Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora at its normal scheduled time every single Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. In today's very special show, this is the National Signing Day special for the Syracuse Orange 2018 incoming recruiting class for college football in this early signing day period. Typically, fans are used to February and waiting for that gift after Christmas. Well, this time it's coming right before Christmas on December 20th, and I'm happy to be here with you on this very special day that I get to share with you Syracuse fans, football fans, college football enthusiasts, and everybody in the Central and Upstate New York community. On today's broadcast, I'm very proud to share with you my one-on-one conversation with Juan Wallace Jr. from IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida, the inside linebacker. Juan, first and foremost, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. And Juan, you and I have spoken a few times here on Wake Up Call with Dan Tortora, and just what you can say to me about, it's one thing to verbally commit to a school. It's another thing to put it on a dotted line. What made you officially confirm that you're going to be going to Syracuse?
Just the school and environment. I just love everything about Syracuse, and it's just the name Syracuse speaks volumes. And I just see not even from football aspect. I see my life, and for the next 40 years, I can say I went to Syracuse. That's going to be a big movement, and I just see my life. I just see my life seeing it better as an opportunity, being about an opportunity going to Syracuse University.
And when you say, that, for football you can see yourself there, but you see your life there and you see living there. That's a big statement about a city that you have never lived in before. What makes you feel so good about the city of Syracuse and not just the team Syracuse?
The city, it's a beautiful place. And I know it's a bit chilly in the cold. I mean, I can handle it, but snow as well. But it's just a lovely city, and I just feel in my environment, and I feel a vibe there. I feel like I connected with for the next 4 years, 4 to 5 years. Not 3 to 4 years, yeah.
What is it about Syracuse that feels like home to you?
It just feels like home. Like, it's just a second home. It just feel like a family. Like, it's the people there are so welcoming. They always pick you up when you're down type city, and it's just nice. It's like my second home basically, and I like it that way.
And when you have that, was there any other place in your recruitment that felt remotely like home, or was Syracuse just leaps and bounds beyond everybody else?
Yeah, Syracuse to me personally was like far more like their home, like a second home to me.
Speaking here with Juan Wallace Jr. from Bradenton, Florida's IMG Academy. Juan, you weren't at IMG Academy your entire time. You're in Washington, D.C. as well. Bring me back to those days and the decision to go to IMG. Now coming off of the season, what do you think about that decision, hindsight being 2020? What do you think about the decision to go to IMG Academy?
It was tough. Not going to my senior year was tough. Leaving behind my senior year, my friends, my family. It was a tough decision, but I knew it was a business choice, and I knew it meant a lot to come down here. And now I'm looking back at for the last 5 to 6 months, I probably made the best move of my life. Although it was tough, some nights I was kind of homesick, but I stick through it, and I got a whole lot better as a ball player and as a person. And I found a lot about myself, my skill, my characteristics, and I just built on that in my character. And it was a great decision to come.
What is it about IMG Academy that made you a better player?
mean, it's like a tough schedule, waking up at 7, no school is like it in the country, waking up every day, having the mindset of getting through the day, not even getting through the day, you work and grinding every day, or even in the weight room, to school, or even in football facility. It's an everyday type process, and it's like a college schedule, so everything's scheduled. And it works on your time development, stuff like that. The classes down here are tough too, so it's stuff like that.
When you have that, when you're at IMG Academy, and like you said, you get that feeling of kind of already being in college, how much more comfortable does that make your transition into Syracuse? I mean, for you, being at IMG Academy, does it almost feel like you were at college already, so to speak?
I basically do, yeah. The day, like I said again, the schedule and the time difference, and it's just a lot of time. It's just a lot of grinding process. It's like a college type of school, and there's no school in the country like this. It's different, very different, and for college, it'll help me translate to college more easily. I won't be, so to say, surprised or being light type stuff.
So when you look at this, and you look at this opportunity for you in front of you, you committed to Syracuse so early. You were one of the initial commits to Syracuse, and you did it on May 4th. Just what was it about Syracuse? I know you spoke about feeling at home and you love the community and everything, but to commit so early, just bring me into why you just felt so good so early that on May 4th you were like, yeah, you know what? I'm good. I want to go here.
That's an opportunity so good, It was a golden opportunity right there. I couldn't let it pass up. I mean, it was a great opportunity. Yeah, I visited twice in 1 month, and that speaks a lot. I visited a lot. The first time I went up there, I didn't want to leave. Second time, I especially didn't want to leave. My official was crazy. I mean, my official actually confirmed my decision. I was like, oh yeah, this is school I want to go to. But back then, I saw opportunity I couldn't pass up. I mean, when I committed, it was big, but it was a big decision. But I knew big decisions had to come, and I had to blow it down to one school, and that was the school I really wanted to return.
When you said that the first time you came to Syracuse, you didn't want to leave, and the second time even more so, you didn't want to leave, and your official visit had confirmed for you just everything you needed to know. And bring me into that official visit and why it was so special. Why, when you came back the second time, it was even harder to leave?
Second time, you asking whether the second time, you asked the second time or the official?
When you look at the official, when you said it, when you came to visit the first time and then you came back and the official just confirmed everything for you, what was the confirmation on the official visit? What made it so difficult to not want to leave even more so when you came back?
I mean, it was an environment, like I spoke upon earlier, the environment, the culture. Man, we were staying overnight in the city. I got to hang out in the city. Man, I got to feel the vibe of the city and the teammates, get a tour with the teammates, and doing my time there. And of course, Syracuse beat Clemson, so that was real big.
So, Juan, you have an opportunity at the inside linebacker position of coming onto a team that needs help at the linebacker position, no matter what it is, whether it's Mike, strong side, or weak side, because Zaire Franklin, Jonathan Thomas, and Paris Bennett have all finished their eligibility and move on. You're coming into Syracuse in an era that is going to be new. It's a new chapter. Who's going to take over at the linebacker positions is wide open. What does that mean to you?
It's golden opportunities there for taking. Me going there as freshman is tough, difficult. But me coming to IMG, it just helped me translate. And they go help me get through the process. And they're going to help me watch film when I get there for watch film and stuff like that. So, when I go in the first day type stuff, I'd be ready with the prepared shot. So the opportunity is there, I just got to grab it.
Now, you have the opportunity to sign early, and you've done that here with December 20th, and you're going to enroll early as well. bring me into that. Bring me into wanting to sign in December and wanting to go to the school in January, and just how you kind of made that all happen, because obviously your grades have to be right, everything has to be in place. So bring me into this decision, and if this is something you kind of knew a long time ago, or if things just kind of worked out that way as you got closer to it.
It was a long process. I mean, it definitely wasn't an easy decision. It was difficult, but for me, I just felt as though why wait until February? Why you can just do it in December? Sign. Why, if you already committed to the school, you should already sign. I just felt as though if I sign right here and get it up and then do it, and I can be officially enrolled, that'd be a perfect decision.
And then when you look at early enrollment, will you be coming to the school in January?
Yeah.
So when you look at that, like you said, why wait on the decision? Just do it in December and not in February. But now you have an opportunity to come to Syracuse, not just enroll in December, but you'll be enrolling in Syracuse in January. Just how excited you are to be coming to Syracuse like 6 months early.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I can't wait to get started. I mean, why wait? I mean, it's a great opportunity to be taken, so why not?
Was that like the greatest gift for you? Because you talk about how it's so hard to leave Syracuse, and instead of having to wait until the end of June, you only have to wait until after Christmas. I mean, how nice is that for you?
Oh yeah, that's a nice gift right there.
So
that's an awesome opportunity.
So you get started with Syracuse in spring practice as opposed to waiting for the fall. How important and how vital is that for you, knowing that the linebacker positions are open? How important was it for you to get into Syracuse in spring practice and not have to wait until the fall?
I mean, it's just a blessing, man. Going to spring ball, you get that first bump of college football, so it just releases a lot of stress, get that ease flowing, and it's an easy transition going to fall.
And to be able to do that with one of your teammates, Dre Cisco, he committed to Syracuse very recently on December 8th. You did it back on May 4th, as we had spoken about before. So you were way ahead of the game, and he came in late. How much did you push him on Syracuse? Did you spend a lot of time trying to talk with him about Syracuse?
I mean, I talked to him about Syracuse a lot. I remember the first time when he got the offer. It was actually down practice. It was a big time. I was very happy for him. But I told him a lot about Syracuse and the place about it. And when he met up the officials, he was very impressed. And I was just very happy when he committed too.
Did you push it all for him to commit to Syracuse? Did you really try and come in heavy with it, or did you kind of just say, hey, I'd love it if we played together, and then let him make his own decision?
Yeah, it was kind of like that decision, It's his decision, it's his decision, his life. But I just pushed him along and told him it's a great school, stuff like that, helping him out for Syracuse University, to tell him how great it is and how it impacted me and stuff like that. And yeah.
Now, I asked Dre what makes you dangerous on the field, and I promised him that I would do the opposite, and I want to know what you think. What makes Dre Cisco a dangerous safety on the field for Syracuse?
I mean, he's the leader. I mean, he can do it all in the field. I mean, he's a nice safety. He's smart. He recognizes plays. He's fast. He's a short tackler for a safety. And he's just everything you want in safety. I mean, he's basically a D1. He's definitely a D1 safety. So, and I think Syracuse got a steal.
So you thought Syracuse got a steal in Dre, and you said that he's a D1 safety. What makes you believe that? What is it about his ability on the field that makes him a steal for Syracuse?
I mean, he has the potential to play anywhere in the country, I believe. And for him to come to Syracuse, it'd be a great opportunity for him to play early opportunity, and both me and him on the field together, that'd be awesome.
And having that, not only do you have a teammate at IMG Academy that's coming with you to Syracuse and Dre Cisco, but Ed Hendricks, who you and I had spoken about before in D.C., he's also coming. So you have this unique, interesting kind of connection in the sense of you're coming to Syracuse with two teammates from two different places in two different states. What does that mean to you?
That means a lot, It's all about connections, you know. Ed also is a great athlete. He's a good receiver. He's a ball hawk, you know. His nickname Ed Go, you know. That's all he do. But it was great.
So speaking here with Juan Wallace Jr. out of IMG Academy, Bradenton, Florida, inside linebacker. Before I let you go, Juan, to look at your attributes and then the areas you want to work on, you've spoken on Ed and his ability as well as Dre and what he can do. What can you do on the field as far as what are your best attributes? And then secondly, what do you want to work on the most?
You know, I'm still working on my leadership skills. You know, I'm just working on my leadership skills because I'll be taking in a big role next year, and I'll be asked a lot. You know, film is very important, and one of my things I'm good at is probably recognizing plays. I'm getting better at recognizing plays, and you know, as a linebacker, you have to recognize plays and call out the plays before it happens, and that also comes with attributes of film. So that's what I'm working on the most.
Knowing that you can come into Syracuse and you have that early crack at it in the spring like we had spoken about, not having Zaire Franklin there, who's been a 3-time captain, is somebody that's represented Syracuse at numerous ACC events, was there for 3 consecutive ACC media days. To know that that leadership is gone, what can you say about your leadership? Do you feel that you can step in and be a leader right away?
I mean, Zaire Franklin, that's big shoes to fill. I mean, in my opinion, he's probably the best leader there on the defense, and he definitely showed it for the last 4 years. And it'd be honored to take after him. When I step in, I just want to be as comfortable as I can and do the best ability I can, work extremely hard because I know it'd be a tough role to replace. And yeah.
And then, as far as the team goes itself, Juan, Syracuse has meant so much to you. The city's meant so much to you. It feels like home. What can you say about the coaching staff? Who are you closest to on the coaching staff, and what did they do to really make you feel like this was the right place?
Coach Brian Wood, I mean, we talk almost every day. I mean, me and him are connect crazy, and me and both of him, it just looks like just the type of coach I want to coach me. You know, he'll get me right for the next level and stuff like that. And also Dino Babers is a great coach.
What makes you believe with Brian Ward? I mean, the team's obviously struggled defensively under Dino Babers, 4-8 2 seasons in a row, 2-6 in the ACC both seasons. What makes you believe in Brian Ward's defense and his ability to coach the defense?
I mean, he has a plan, and he said to me, "We're gonna take off as soon as I get on campus." And it's very key that I come in early in roll, so I can get that early in roll, so I can come in ready to go, get straight to work or film, stuff like that. And then when fall come around, it could just be a second nature.
Bring me into that moment for you. As a kid, so many players, so many people want to sign a national letter of intent. They want to play college football somewhere. You have the opportunity to do that. You said you made a great decision with IMG Academy. Now you've signed on the dotted line for Syracuse. What are your emotions? What are the feelings and the thoughts going through you right now, knowing that a childhood dream is reality and you're going to be living in this reality in just a few weeks?
Man, amazing is an understatement for me. So words can't even describe how I'm feeling right now. But I mean, I know a lot of people back home in my city, people don't have the opportunity to sign like I do. So I'm very blessed, and I thank God every night for doing so. And I'm just a very blessed individual, and I couldn't have much more than this. It was a great honor, and I just can't wait to get to work.
And lastly for you, Juan, to describe yourself, Juan Wallace Jr. is that mission statement. What is that mission statement? Not just as a player, not just as a student or a son or a friend, but overall, if I had to go out into the world tomorrow and stand at a podium and say Juan Wallace Jr. is blank, what would that blank be?
The blank Juan Wallace is what would I think? It's that I would probably be. I can't say on that one.
Well, think about it. What are some things that would describe you? How would you want to be described?
I want to be described as an amazing individual, a good person to be around, somebody you can talk to all the time. I just want to be that type of guy. That's cool, everybody, type stuff. And, and be a good leader. I want to be a leader. So leadership is big to me, and I was raised like that.
What is that, like you said, Zaire Franklin's big shoes to fill? What does a good leader do well? What does it take to be a good leader?
I mean, holding people accountable, hold the team accountable, and taking held a full responsibility on things. And I just see that as a big part of being leadership, and I'm ready to take that role.
And coming from Juan Wallace Jr., signed on the dotted line and early enrollee into Syracuse with Dre Cisco, his teammate at IMG. Juan, it's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I appreciate your positivity. I know fans are very excited, and I want to thank you for being a part of the show, and I look forward to talking with you soon.
No problem.
All right, man. Be good. I'll talk to you.
All right. Talk to you soon.